Minister, you would be aware of the Barossa tourism train. What do you know the current understanding of that?
Well, I haven't heard from anyone about this for a couple of years. I know John Geber came to see me a couple of years ago with Ivan Venning, who was the local Member of Parliament, but no one's come to me since that time. And back then we said, well, it's really into the private sector's court to get them to work with Genesee Wyoming, who I understand owns the track. As far as we know, there are no impediments for anyone to use that track. Genesee Wyoming are keen to have people on it, but I haven't heard where it's up to.
There are persistent rumours that we're hearing at barossanewsonline.com that the train is going to move interstate to New South Wales.
Yeah, I haven't heard that at all.
Would you be concerned if that is the case?
Well, look, the thing is people have to come up with ideas and then they have to, back them in. So it's something for the private sector to look at.
Can you not, though, as a state, also assist? This is the prime tourist region of South Australia, after all.
Well, but we're spending money on marketing the Barossa Valley to the world.
We understand that, but this is a sustainable tourist development.
Well, if it's a sustainable tourist development, then private sector should fund it.
But with assistance from the state, surely.
Well, if someone puts a case to us, no one's even put a case to us. People have talked about the train, but no one's actually come up with a business model. And we're not just going to throw money around willy-nilly. We've put $8 million into marketing the Barossa, more money than any other tourism region in South Australia. We picked the Barossa to be our number one place.
You would be concerned if this train was to move east?
Well, not necessarily. I would.
So you'd be happy to see it go?
Well, it's up to the private sector to work out who owns the train. Is it going to go east? I don't know. It's up to them to work that out. What we do is we spend our money on marketing to get people to come to South Australia.
But you're happy to allow a sustainable tourist development to leave the state?
I'll tell you what, a train will not bring one more person into South Australia.
It will give a greater comfort and amenity to those visitors who do come here. People that come off the boats, for example.
But what we're doing is spending the money on getting people to come to South Australia.
And then we just leave them. We don't give them anything to do up here.
Are you saying that there's nothing to do in the Barossa?
No, I'm saying, Minister, that the train would be a very good addition to tourist activity in the Barossa. And the state's not going to help that.
It's already fantastic.
The state's not going to help that.
No, the Barossa's already a fantastic place.
Okay. Thank you, Minister.
I've told you that we're not going to help because it's the private sector that should pay. What we're doing is spending the money on marketing this great place. We're putting money into tourism ventures up here, into wine ventures, into food ventures. No one's come to us.
But not into the train.
Well, no one's come to us with a proposal. How can we fund something that no one's come to us with a proposal?
So now that you've heard from us that there is an opportunity or potential for this train to go, would you ask your department to chase that?
With all due respect, I'd actually prefer to see a proper proposal. This is taxpayers' money.
But you are concerned that this may leave. Would you not ask your department to investigate?
Well, you said it's a rumour that you've heard.
As a very persistent rumour from the transport industry.
I'm not in the business of listening to rumours. I want facts.
And you're not going to bother to try and find those facts?
I don't even know who owns the train. If
Mr. John Geber does from Shadow Tanunda.
Well, I haven't heard from him in 2 years.
But are you now going to ask the question of him?
Well, if he wants to keep the train in the Barossa, he should contact us. I haven't heard from him for 2 years.
So you won't bother to contact him?
Well, as I said, we're putting money into marketing the Barossa. It gets more money than any other tourism region.
No one's arguing that, but will you ask your department to ask whether that train is leaving?
No.
You won't?
No.
That's a disappointment, Minister, isn't it?
Well, it might be for you, but it's not for me.